We are going to make creamy tortellini in the crock pot. So you are going to need a frozen bag of tortellini, some spinach. This is a brick. I don't know. I've never seen this before. I thought it was usually a bag. Some Italian sausage. You're going to need some Italian seasoning, some thyme, some minced garlic. You'll need about 3 cups of chicken broth. So I'm just going to use my chicken bouillon, a block of cream cheese, some mozzarella, an onion, and then you need, I think it was a 20-ounce can of tomatoes. I did not pay attention to that. So I have a, what is this, 14.5-ounce can. And then I have this can of Rotel. That is a 10-ounce can. So I'm just going to use that and hope for the best. Go ahead and get your meat browned up and I will meet you at the crock pot. So starting off in my crock pot, I'm going to go ahead and add my cheese tortellini in there and then add my brick of spinach, my tomatoes. It is a 28-ounce can of tomatoes is what you need. And then 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. I did forget to mention that. And then, of course, your seasonings. Measure with your heart. That's what I always do. And then you will add 3 teaspoons of garlic. And then you will go ahead and add in your meat mixture as well. And then you'll add in your 3 cups of chicken broth. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in my block of cream cheese, and then I'm going to cook this on low for 2.5 to 3.5 hours. And this was absolutely delicious. I honestly think I have shared this recipe before, but I used fresh spinach, and I will say the fresh spinach is so much better. So if you do try this, I would definitely use the fresh spinach, and you would just throw that in the crock pot a little later just because it cooks down pretty fast. But I love this recipe. It's just such a cozy meal. Both Tyler and I definitely love this one. This is one of our favorites. We are going to make some chicken Southwest bowls. You can serve this over rice, which is what I'm going to do. You can serve it over nachos or tacos, however you want to do it. But you're going to need some chicken. I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken thighs. You'll need a cup of salsa, some corn, black beans, paprika, parsley, garlic powder, some chili powder, some tahini, and some Cholula. Now, you'll also need some onion powder and sriracha powder as well. Totally forgot to get those, but it is perfectly fine. We are going to work with what we got. Now to my crock pot, I'm going to go ahead and give it a nice spray and then add in my chicken. Now this recipe is one that is really, you just measure with your heart. So I seasoned my chicken very well just because I'm going to be adding beans and corn in there as well. And I'm not seasoning that. I'm just going to go ahead and season the chicken. Now for your Cholula, add as much or as little as you want to. I love Cholula, so I'm going to add quite a bit to it. And then you're going to go ahead and add, I think it's 1 cup of salsa. And then you're going to add your corn. You do want to drain it. And then you're going to rinse and drain your black beans as well. And go ahead and throw that in the crock pot. Now, I actually went to go pull this out of the crock pot to shred my chicken up, but it was just falling apart instantly. So I just went ahead and shredded it up in the crock pot here and then just kind of let it warm up a little bit longer just because we were outside all day and I totally forgot to come in and shred up the chicken. So that's what I'm doing right now. I did do it last minute, but now I did serve this over rice. Since these are like Southwest chicken bowls, and then I'm going to go ahead and add some lettuce and a little bit of sour cream. Add whatever fixings you want to, but I thought this was absolutely delicious and definitely one that I would make again. I feel like this is one that you could also meal prep as well. Definitely a keeper. Today we are making shrimp boil in the crock pot and I'm so excited about this one. Obviously you can see here I do not have the shrimp yet. I do have to go pick that up, but you don't have to put it until later in the crock pot. So I'm going to pick it up here soon. You need about 2 pounds of medium or large shrimp, some sausage. I have this Cajun style. I think you can use whatever kind you want to. You will need some potatoes. This is a 24-ounce bag of small red potatoes, a lemon, some 3 ears of corn, a onion, a head of garlic, some hot sauce, Old Bay seasoning, and then you'll need about 2 bay leaves as well. And then for like dipping sauce, you can use whatever kind of dipping sauce that you want to. And then of course, if you want more lemons as well, you want to obviously have more of those. This was the only one that I had left because I made some lemonade. That's besides the point. I'll pick up some more of that as well. I love lemon on my seafood. So let's get this going. First, starting off in a large bowl, you are going to add a 1/4 cup of Old Bay seasoning, 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. Now I did go ahead and make sure that I did use 2 tablespoons, and then I honestly just squeezed the rest of that lemon juice in there just so I wasn't wasting it. And then of course I pulled out the seeds as well. And then you're going to go ahead and add in 1 tablespoon of hot sauce, and then you're going to add in 6 cups of water. Give this a whisk and then set it off to the side. Now to your crock pot, you're going to go ahead and add in your potatoes that you have washed, and then you want to wedge your onion, half your head of garlic, and then your 2 bay leaves as well. And then you want to go ahead and add in that liquid mixture. And then you're going to cook this on low for 3 to 4 hours. We are going to go ahead and take our sausage and our corn as well, and we are going to kind of nestle this into all that liquid there, and then we're going to cook this on high for 30 minutes. Now for our last step here, we are going to remove the corn. You do want to set it aside and try and keep it warm. I just placed it in a bowl and added some tinfoil on top of there. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our shrimp. It's about 2 pounds, and then you're going to cook this for 20 to 30 minutes on high as well until it is opaque. I can't say that word. And pink. So until the shrimp is done, if you will. And then you do want to stir this halfway through the cooking time just to make sure that it gets cooked all the way through. And then the recipe says to drain all of the liquid very well, but I just honestly scooped it all out, and then I added my corn back into that liquid just for a few minutes to get it reheated up. But I absolutely love this. Tyler and I both really enjoyed this meal. It did make a lot, though. I will say that. Honestly, I would cut the shrimp in half, if not in thirds, I maybe, just because there was so much shrimp. But every bite of this was so, so good. And then I just ended up melting some butter, taking a little bit of that liquid that I cooked all of this goodness in, and then added some extra garlic powder into it. Perfect. This was seriously so good and so fun to make. It was a few steps to do it, but totally worth it in the end. But that is going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to give this a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you are not already, and I will see you in the next one.